Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. Welcome back for episode 41 of our Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. Today we are going to get the tavern up. I got it unlocked in our after-stream crafting last time around, so we can actually craft it, or build it, and we will get it staffed and see how it works. That's our main goal for today. It's going to be kind of a short stream. I jacked my back up really good late last night. I actually had to call my mother to come help me out of bed. She had to come across town to get me out of bed. But I promised that we would get this up today, so that is something that we are going to do. But the stream itself is probably going to be pretty short. I am still not doing great. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. If you learned anything useful today or have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But here we go. And there we have it. We are in. Made a bunch of shoes, made a bunch of hats, made a bunch of knives. So, and then I made a bunch of vials as well, but we're not going to worry about those over much. 1,000 of those. So let's go ahead and see about our tavern, because I saved and exited as soon as we got it up. Or unlocked, rather. I did buy, in the technology tree, in the tavern, I did buy the recipes for cherry juice, cherry wine, and cherry mead. Because to make cherry wine, you need cherry juice. Cherry juice is a wine bottle, and cherries. Hey, Stasso. How's it going, man? Alright. I believe that's production. It is. Okay, this thing is big. It's not as big as I was worried it was going to be, though. I think we can get it to fit right where I wanted it to. I think that'll do. And then we can put a fence to block that off. And we can do up some tables and stuff in front of it and a bonfire. And have ourselves a fancy tavern. No, let's not remove that stump. And then tomorrow, we will hopefully be... I'm going to try to get everything set up before I run my errands tomorrow, if I can actually move about. Try to get everything set up before I run my errands, so that I have picked up Sengoku and try to have it installed way before time. That way we can get into it, hopefully without any hiccups. We'll see. But I am excited for that as well. Alright, let's take 20 logs. I don't know if we're going to need planks or sticks, or I don't know what we need here. I didn't look anything up. So let's just grab a fistful of stuff and hope for the best. Oh man. I'm excited for it too, man. And I think I'm going to change the naming convention on all of the videos that are out for this particular playthrough, so that when we do a second season, it doesn't get confusing to people. But that is less important because we still have a little bit before we'll get to the second season. So, yeah, this is going to take way more logs than I thought. Oh man. Is that just that side, or is that both sides? That's just that side. Jeez, this takes a lot of resources. So yeah, there's another 36 planks right there. And then 12 and 24. Oh man. Okay, so this is going to take quite a bit of resources. Good thing we've got them. Whoop. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not the most alert at the moment. My back is screaming. We want 24 at least. You know what, let's just take them all. Screw it. I'll take a bunch of these too. As long as the horse can move, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's okay, man. I got up to pee in the middle of the night and tripped and pulled something super bad. And I already have back problems, so it's never particularly pleasant, but I wrecked my back. I actually had to put in a call to my parents to come help me out of bed this morning. It was embarrassing and frustrating, but I promised that we would get this done, and I didn't want to leave it left undone, so here we are. But it is going to be a relatively short stream due to that. But I want to get this up and get it rolling for sure. And I'm not going to delete this save even when we start the Season 2. We can always pop back into this one and look at it later. Because I'm not gonna delete it. That's why I renamed it from Psychotic to Season 1. Wow, even the little overhang takes parts. Well, at least it was all one, it looks like. Okay, so there's 5 planks. That's probably... So that's 12. So we're looking at least 17 more planks. So we'll say 9 more logs for that. And 6 is 15, 16, 32 logs, 16 of which will be turned into planks, and then we should be good. Oh my god, there are so many children running around here. Can't go 3 feet without hitting a kid with a horse. surprised there's nobody at the station. I'm a little worried that we might be missing some people from the woodcutter now. Yeah, it kind of is at this point. Jeez. Thankfully, a lot of them have already had their 2 kids, so we shouldn't have any more coming out. So I noticed that when I put one of the gals in the mine that she'd already had her 2 kids, so it wasn't going to hurt anything. So... Right, let's see if we had anybody else come off of maternity leave that I wasn't aware of. Not yet, doesn't look like. Okay, so for our extraction... No, the woodshed's got 2 people. I don't know what was going on there. It's the first time in a long time I haven't had to fight for the woodshed crafting table. Horse, work with me here, buddy. Thank you. I hope I didn't miscount planks. I might have. I kind of eyeballed the math at the end there. Yep, I screwed it up. Oh, maybe not. This one's partial. No, that was it. We officially have a tavern, folks. Isn't it pretty? It definitely needs some fencing. I think we can probably make do with these. Yeah, that won't look too bad. Okay, and those are what, 8 apiece? Yeah. So we need 24. So let's see what we need to put somebody in there. Is that a service building? No, it is not. Production, then? It is production. So we're going to have to find a production person to put in here. And the mead takes mead bottles, honeycomb, and water. We're going to go all in on 12 honeycomb per. We don't have nearly as much honeycomb as I thought we had. That does not last long at all. And then we're going to have to make mead bottles as well as wine bottles. Okay. So that's... workshop 3. Mead bottle. And wine bottle I already bought. Okay. So that does mean that we're going to have to get a little bit of clay to get this rolling, and we're going to have to find 2 people for production that we can pull without hurting anything. Or at least 1. Oh my god, what were they making? Okay, that's not a huge loss. At least we still have food. Could take one out of the workshop. One out of one of the smithies. Are you the smithy that's just doing... Yeah, let's take one of these people. Let's take Neradka. So we're going to put Neradka in the tavern. Okay. Great, 24 rocks. And then we can go and get ourselves some clay. Yeah, I used almost all that flour. There's only a little bit left. Do do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Keeps it nice and boxed in. Alright, to the clay pits. I know there's some just west of us. Woo, there's more kids in the streets, jeez. There it is. We'll need to get some wine bottles going too, but we've got a while before cherries come out, so the wine bottles aren't as big of a deal. And honestly, I mean, we have businesses left that we can insulate, but as far as houses go, we should have enough insulation to finish off the last house. So we can likely remove the limestone from their to-do list and swap it for clay again, and reduce some of our vials being made and turn them to making these bottles for us. I think I got it all. Nope, it's pottery. So let's do all in on mead bottles right now. We're only going to get 9 out of that whole clay pit. That's the sad part. Because it takes 4 clay per bottle. So that's 80 coins there, and then 10 coins... So as long as meat's worth more than 200 coins, we should be making profit. Because honey is worth 10 coins a piece, times 12 is 120. And then clay is worth 20 coins a piece, times 4 is 80. And 120 and 80 is 200. So as long as meat sells for more than 200, it is profitable. I don't know if we'll be able to make any of this or not. So let's put in... Let's put in 5 of them. And then that leaves us with 4. So we'll take out 48 of the honey. Let's see how that does us.
Hello there.
What, are they having a party at the smithy? What's going on here? Well, that one's just off on his own. And there's 4 more in the streets over here. Jeez. Brewing station? Mead. Alright, how bad's the craft? Oh, it's not that bad. Please be worth more than 200. I would hate to have all this set up and then be let down at the end. Ha! It is more profitable than the making vials out of clay. It really is. Fantastic. Oh, it gives food and water. Excellent. Okay, and then the juice press is where we make the juice. And then the wine barrel is where we make the wine out of it. So 5 cherries makes a single one. Okay, so let's change around to allow ourselves... We're going to kick off limestone. How many of these a day can they make? That's the real question here. 6? 7, we'll say. We'll round it up. So 7. So if we go into our excavation shed, 7 times 4 is 28. So we need at least 28 clay. Alright. Now we need to turn shovels back on, because I had turned shovels off because we weren't actually making anything out of shovels there for a while. So we need to go back into... Was it you guys? No. It's been you then. No. So let's turn down our iron knives a little bit. How much are they going to go through? So, clay takes 2 durability per, and it's 28. So that's 1646. So that's 46 durability per day. And the shovel gives how much durability? Alright. 500. So 500 divided by 46 means that we need... No. 46 divided by 500 means that we need 0.092 shovels per day. So in the smithy, it's towards the bottom. .092. Well, looks like .17 is the lowest we can get, so That's going to be what it is. And then we can put the iron knife points back. Perfect. And then in our food stall, we're making 7 a day. So in our food stall we can sell, we'll say 6 a day. Oh, because there's none in storage yet. Of course, that's going to change once we get some cherries coming in. We might well just wind up doing the cherries by hand, to be completely honest. Because it's only one season out of the year, so... Okay, so food stall... Oh... I put the meat in the resource storage. Okay, so now we should be able to see. Yeah. Oh boy. So we're going to need at least 40%. No, not quite. Oh, it's going to take them so long to sell those. At least 15 days. Which means just over a year to sell all the flatbread at this rate. And she's diplomacy 10, so that's not going to get better. We're going to have to make another food stall at some point. But we don't have anybody to man it right now, so that's kind of irrelevant. Now what's this going to take to upgrade? Not repair. Insulate. Okay, so it is daub all the way. Oh well. We don't have enough clay for daub. I feel like that's kind of a waste. But I do want to get that last house fully limestoned as well. Oh. I accidentally gave away our simple torch. F, or S. Okay, and then L for limestone. Let's take, I don't know, 50 of it. That's something else that I forgot to do, was change the production on the workshop. So if she's making 6.5 a day, then we're going to need 6.5 bottles a day. I have no idea how that's going to shake out because we don't have enough clay for one yet. Did we completely finish that? Oh yeah, we did. We're good. So let's finish insulating this guy, and then all the houses will be done too. I think they'll actually use the tavern. I think they will go in and sit down and whatnot at the end of the day. I mean, we'll see what happens at the end of today. But I also want to make like a fire pit and some seating out front. So I think that'll draw even more in. Maybe a couple of... Because, yeah, that's the only real way to get the tables with the benches, I think, is through the tavern. Because I haven't been able to find any other way to make them. Okay, so we need 6, 12, 20. We need 20 more. Yeah, we've still got quite a bit left over that we can use on some of these businesses. But also having the tavern will allow us to do things like the some of the events have bonuses. That if you have the tavern, it's basically a free event. There it is. Have you guys still not had another baby horse? You're slacking. Like over there, our food storage needs upgrades as well. Wow, the coin's really just rolling in now. Oh, I still had logs and planks. That could have really made that a little bit easier. I feel like you really want food storage insulated anyway, just to keep your food cool so it doesn't spoil. It would be kind of cool if they had some kind of a mechanic in place for that, like if it was insulated, food was kept longer or something. Tartar. But it doesn't just insulate either, and I think that's where the real benefit of doing it to your places of work is. It also strengthens. It adds some hit points to the piece, so it won't break down as quickly. Aw, the windmill doesn't spin. Wow, yeah, the coins are just rolling in. Well, there we go. That's the barn done up, too. Whoops. So there's our fancy windmill. I wonder, can we use this? No. That would have been cool, to be able to use that to get up there quickly. The windmill really is pretty. And then we've got our tavern. We've got our mead bottle production. We've got our actual mead production. We really need more producers, but I don't want to hire on anybody else. We still have several mothers out. Actually, that's a good point. How many mothers do we have out? Yeah. Yeah! That is a lot of... So from here to here is all mothers that are out on maternity leave. So that's like the rest of our missing workforce right there. That is a lot of people. And then up here, everything from here through multiple pages are kids. Is that like half our village? That's almost half our village. If you look at the slide bar, our children. Oh, man. Oh, and there's still another one that's pregnant. Oh, and it's our beekeeper, because of course it is. Wait, is she the last? Oh, no, there's 3 more that are pregnant. Oh my god. This is a thing. This is a thing. So our backup for the stall holders when they go out has a 7 in diplomacy, is also pregnant. So when we lose that stall holder to pregnancy, we can't actually replace her with the replacement because the replacement's pregnant. Oh. Yeah, next time, Season 2 is going to be much better done with the people. This was just a mess. Just an absolute mess. But I mean, it worked. It worked well. What year are we on? We're on year 11. And we have gotten every unique building built. We've done all of the quest lines. And we're in great standing. Our kid's doing great. He's over 60%, I think, now. You there, child. Yeah, he's over 60% affection, so his skills are going to be phenomenal when he gets there. I mean, he's already got 2 5s and a bunch of 4s, and his mom was absolute crap when we had the kid. That's the downside. We should have had the kid a little bit later. The skills weren't in the best position when we had him. But that's okay. It works. So for our build limit, we have 6 slots left. It's nice to be a big city, but this... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the way our little village turned out for... I mean, our first house was more or less... Well, our first house was actually this one right here. And it was more or less randomly placed at the edge of the trees. And we have come a long way since then. Oh, Suburbia Hill. Oh yeah, this is what the last growth stage of these trees looks like. I think it's the last growth stage. We'll find out. But I mean, we've come a really long way. This looks really nice. I am very happy with our village. Some of it was touch and go, seat of our pants. Some of our design ideas were pigeonholed thanks to terrain. But for the most part, I think it came out okay. I am really happy with the tavern, though. That makes... Oh no, I guess he does just sit pretty far back from the table. Okay. Yeah. Although it doesn't look as bad here. Well, it's still pretty far back. It's not a realistic using distance. But they don't look terrible sitting there like that. So I wouldn't mind putting like an extra table down here or something. Just for looks, or maybe over here. I'd really like to put some kind of a fire in the street. Or maybe over here. Maybe I'll work on prettying this up in the off time from streaming. And we can take a peek one day at random. We'll just load back up the game to see what it looks like before we hop into whatever we're doing at the time. Because I'm not going to delete this save, so it'll still be around. I might, depending on space, because of the drive that I have the saves on, I might wind up making a backup of the save and moving it elsewhere, but I won't actually delete it. Alright, I'm going to shear these sheepies. So we've got ourselves set up for our, yeah, the tavern should be functioning now. We've got the clay income and the bottles being crafted and the mead being crafted. Unfortunately, the gal that runs the apiary is pregnant as well, because of course she is. Who's not pregnant at this point? I suppose we could always take whoever's on the stable and put them in there once she leaves for maternity leave. Alright, those three can go in peace, I guess. I don't really feel like punching sheep right now. Alright. And we did break 500,000. We are over 500,000. We're almost... Well, we're a third of the way to 600,000, but... We're in pretty solid shape here. I am not at all upset with the progress that we made in this place. And this was a really good spot to build a city. I'm quite happy with how that came out as well. There are some really good views in this game. Which is why I was kind of thinking about making one of these that doesn't have the top on it, just to... I mean, look at that sunset, you know? And then if we come in here and look out the window... Look out at the mountains and the sunset. It's really hard to see from in here. Well, here, we'll just stand on this roof over here. Like, this is a really pretty place. They did really well with this game. It has been an absolutely fun ride, Stesso, and I am super glad that you guys chose to enjoy it with me. That makes me very happy. And as much as... Huh? I don't actually know. I'm not entirely sure that I know how to do photo mode. So that's just third person. Oh, duh. Oh, come on. So you have to be in third person to access photo mode. Free camera? Yes, camera mode. Oh, yeah, there we go, Stesso. That was a fantastic idea. Let's take a peek at our village. Wow, it really looks like a real city. That's not bad for those coming out. I mean, it looks like blocks. I'm really impressed with how this turned out. Let's see if we can't find a spot to get the whole village in one picture. With the lake and everything. It would have been better from the other side, I think, with the mountains, but this looks really cool. We are screenshotting that. But, you know, from doing this from the ground and eyeballing stuff and only dealing with the cardinal directions, I feel like we actually set the village up pretty well. Like, it looks like streets. There's some odd gaps here and there, but for the most part, it looks like streets. I wish I'd have thought about doing this earlier. Thank you for that, Stesso. I would not have thought of it. But it does look pretty frickin' cool from up here. Yeah. I think on that note, though, I am going to go lay back down because I am not doing well. But thank you guys for this amazing journey, and starting tomorrow we will be starting our journey with Sengoku Dynasty. And the plan is, once we're done with that, hopefully Oxbow is out by then. If it's not, we'll still be coming back to this game. It'll just be in the valley again. But I would prefer to go to Oxbow if at all possible, because it's the new map and that'll be new and exciting. I'm gonna try, man. I think we'll be building up here next season. But yeah, if you guys learned anything useful, if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will catch you guys next time.